Hello folks, welcome to my channel here in Numismatist, where I want to bring to you a really sweet coin that I picked up somewhat early in the year of 2021. This is a beautiful Dahlonega $1 gold piece from 1850. And as we know as numismatists, Dahlonega only struck gold. They did not do anything else. They only struck the gold for our country. And this being a mintage of 8,382 from the Dahlonega Mint is a very key important coin in United States numismatics. This obviously is in an NGC holder with a straight grade of AU 53. Beautiful coin. Love this piece. I'm honored to own such a beautiful piece of historic gold that was struck in Georgia in our country. And with the mintage being so scarce and so low for Dahlonega, you know, this is obviously a no-brainer if you're able to get it for a good price. Before I go any further and we talk about the specs of this beautiful coin, this is the reference book that I use, one of the reference books that I use for Dahlonega gold. It was by Douglas Winter, and Douglas Winter is known in United States numismatics as the king of gold coins in our country. And this is an excellent reference book. No, I did not purchase this book from Mr. Winter, but this is a darn good reference book for any serious collector out there that wants to pursue such pieces. This is the book that I recommend. So, it's the 3rd edition, so you folks can Google that and add this to your numismatic library, and it's a beautiful book. Excellent book. Wonderful book. And when the dealer that I bought this from presented this to me and gave me a couple of days to think about it and told me what he wanted, and we negotiated back and forth, that was one of the references that I turned to from Douglas Winter. And of course I consulted with local numismatists and a couple of favorite dealers of mine on the East Coast regarding this beautiful coin. Let's get started. In general, for the type 1, it says Liberty Head facing left with Stars of the Union, and the lettering is Liberty. The reverse has a facial value within the wreath, and the lettering, the reverse shows the facial value within the wreath, and the lettering is United States of America, $1, 1853 D. Not Denver, this is Dahlonega. This is a type 1, which was struck from 1849 to 1854, and they're all 13 millimeters in diameter. The Liberty Head is also referred to as the Coronet Head. Let's give a brief history of the Dahlonega Mint, because it's very important for us to understand how cool and an important piece this is in United States numismatics. The Dahlonega Mint was a former branch mint of the United States Mint, built during the Georgia Gold Rush to help the miners get their gold assayed and minted without having to travel to the Philadelphia Mint. It was located in Dahlonega, Lumpkin County, Georgia. Coins produced at the Dahlonega Mint bear the D Mint mark. All coins from the Dahlonega Mint are gold. They struck them in $1, $2.5, $3, and $5 denominations and bear dates in the range 1838 to 1861. And this is the type 1. Jeff Garrett, as we know, is a very well-respected numismatist, senior numismatist, and I wanted to capture and bring to you what our brother Jeff Garrett is saying about this coin. The 1850 Dahlonega is far rarer than the 1849 Dahlonega $1 gold. Relatively few have been graded mint state, and the 1850 Dahlonega is very scarce in any condition. The number offered at auction is also less than one would expect. The average coin seen is very fine to extremely fine. This issue can easily be considered one of the rarest type $1 gold dollars. Most 1850 Dahlonega gold dollars are struck softly on the Obverse, making grading a tricky affair. Very, very true. As Douglas Winter also states that. The finest example known of this date is an exceptional piece from the famed Duke Creek collection of Dahlonega gold coins. And many of you that know Dahlonega and Charlotte know of the Duke Creek collection, and this is important. The coin was graded NGC MS 64 and sold at auction in April of 2006 for $34,500. David Akers, another numismatist, states the following: as one might expect from the slightly greater mintage, the 1850 Dahlonega is somewhat more common than the 1850 Charlotte, although high-grade specimens are just as rare. In fact, the 1850 Dahlonega has the third lowest average grade of any gold dollar. That's what's important about this. I mean, to find it in a higher grade, where Jeff Garrett says they're typically in the very fine to extremely fine. And when the dealer described it to me over the phone and I looked at the images he pushed over to me and I saw it being an AU-53, my eyes popped and I said, wow, man, this is a piece that I've got to add to my collection, because this is a serious coin. And as we know, Dahlonega and Charlotte, especially Charlotte, they're so desirable. Such beautiful coins. I mean, man, your mouth waters when you see such key pieces. And you get pumped and stoked when you finally bring her home. Now, Douglas Winter, as I stated, this is the reference book, but I pulled this also from the internet. I want to read to you a little bit of what Douglas Winter is regarding this Dahlonega piece from 1850. The 1850 Dahlonega is one of the rarer Type 1 Dahlonega gold dollars. It's also among the most underrated and undervalued gold dollars struck at the Dahlonega Mint. It's most often seen in very fine to extremely fine. He's mimicking Jeff Garrett, which both gentlemen are correct. It is legitimately rare in lower AU grades and very rare in AU-55. In Mint State, it's extremely rare, and it rivals such celebrated gold dollars as the 54 Dahlonega and the 56 Dahlonega. Let's talk about the strike. One thing that I love about Douglas Winter, because he's an expert in early important gold, is he talks about many of the numismatic characteristics and subtypes that are very, very important when you are in the market for a serious coin. The quality of strike on most 1850 Dahlonega gold dollars is below average, explaining why it's so hard to find it in higher grades than extremely fine. The obverse is nearly always seen with a flat appearance. The hair above the eye of Liberty, the back of the hair, and the stars show particular flatness and give the impression of wear, even on higher grade specimens. The reverse has a better overall strike. The wreath tends to be very well defined, and both the date, except for the top of the 5, and the mint mark are often full and sharp. The one area which may show weakness is the LLA in dollar. The milling on the reverse, as well as the obverse, is rarely seen with much definition. Let's talk about the surface that our brother Douglas Winter states about this coin. The 1850 gold dollars nearly always have been below average in surface quality. It's hard to find an example which does not have excessive marks in the fields. Some show noticeable clash marks at the center of the reverse. He's seen a number of serious mint mark planchet problems such as laminations. The luster let's talk about the luster, which is also a very, very important characteristic to look at. The state does not usually come with good luster. Most are worn to the point that little luster shows. Those that do have luster tend to have a grainy, dull texture, which is not especially appealing. Let's talk about its overall color. Original uncleaned examples show a range of coloration. The two most common hues are deep green gold and medium to deep orange gold. Very true. This is what the dealer that I purchased this from said to me. It has become very hard to locate original 50 Dahlonega gold dollars, as most have been cleaned or dipped. Thank goodness this does not get a details grade. A straight grade of AU 53. And the dealer and I agree that this is an AU 53, no doubt. Eye appeal, very important. You got to look at the eye appeal. I have seen very few with good eye appeal. Most 1850 Dahlonega gold dollars are softly struck and dull with heavily marked surfaces. Those with good eye appeal are worth a strong premium. Very true. Very, very true. This is his personal observations regarding this coin. By far the nicest example that I've seen or owned is the piece currently in the Duke's Creek collection. I purchased this at a coin show in '97. It had already been graded, but it was in a holder that was excessively scratched, a result of poor handling. I decided to remove the coin from the holder, but was worried that a few of the scratches on the plastic might be on the coin surface as well. When the coin was cracked out, I was pleasantly surprised to see that the surfaces were exceptional. And that's also why I like to hint on my channel that for important numismatic pieces, when you add these to your collection, you want to keep the slab as original and clean as possible. And that's why I always recommend these little durable bags that are designed to hold slabs. These are perfect. And the dealer I purchased this from, of course, provided me with this. So I carefully put this lady back in the slab bag here and keep her pristine that way. So that's what I got to you today. One of the key pieces in my collection. I thought I'd bring you a piece of Dahlonega gold. And I want your thoughts on this beautiful piece. As everybody that's a serious collector does need to put a piece of Dahlonega in their collections. Beautiful, beautiful coin. It's been, what, 4 years since I've owned her? And I do not see selling this in the foreseeable future. I'm going to hold on to her as long as I can. Because I love pre-33 gold, especially Dahlonega and Charlotte from the United States of America. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece. I still get goosebumps on some of these key pieces that this kid enjoys owning in his collection. So, if you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, what have you, leave it in the comments section below. And I want to capture the ISBN number for you folks again on Mr. Winter's coin. And for $40, this is, I think I bought it in the wholesale market from a former collector's numismatic library. He passed, and his family was holding on to his estate. I think I bought several books. I think this was one of them that I bought for my close friend's numismatic estate. So, but this coin that I purchased has nothing to do with who I bought this from. It's a totally different person. So, anyway, that's what I got for you today, my numismatic brothers and sisters. I hope that you enjoyed me bringing a highlight piece to you. And let me know what you think. In the meantime, be kind to each other, take care of each other, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.